Well, hello! JohnBParker here, back with another episode of BreakOut. We did a little bit of work off camera, guys. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of work. A little bit of grindy stuff to get some of that out of the way so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me do it. As you can see, we set up ourselves with a full wheat farm here. And this is nice and modded. If you just right click on it, it'll on a fully grown plant, a fully mature plant, it'll go ahead and harvest it for you, and then it'll keep it planted. So that was nice. What else do we have here? It must be Christmas time. That's really nice. I really like that. That's cool. So a double chest is green Christmas present, and then a single chest is a red Christmas present. And that's really cool. So I went ahead and I set up 5 sieves here just because 5 is the max you can set up in any one horizontal direction. And I ended up sitting here for long enough to where we ended up having to make more strainers, and we went through a few strainers. Some critical information I think I may have left off from last episode. I do believe that I said something along the lines of we're not going to need too much food because we're not going to be running around a whole lot and stuff like that. Well, I went AFK here for about an hour, and I came back and I was dead. So yeah, we're gonna need a decent source of food, and yeah, I guess your hunger goes down as long as you're just playing the game. So we have to worry about that a little bit. What I ended up doing was, because this growth crystal that is down here is really nice. So what we end up doing is we just have this whole wheat farm going, and we're just making baguettes like crazy. So it's just a wheat on either side of a bowl down here, and then you just cook that up, that dough, and it makes the baguettes. And these are really nice. Cheap, easy, quick. All it costs us is some tiny coal. And the great thing about that is in this strainer right here, the dense one, we get tiny coal. So it's really handy. I also went ahead and sieved a bunch of gravel and got a whole bunch more stuff here as far as the pieces. And I smelted some ingots to get some ingots. And so that's what we did while we're off camera. Today, we're going to go ahead and make some more progress in our quest book here. And we have these 2 quests here that are just checkbox tasks. So these dusts really fly everywhere and fill up my inventory fast. It'll work a lot better if they're collected with a vacuum hopper, which can have its faces assigned to output into nearby inventories. From there, you can connect it to further storage or processing lines. So this is a checkbox task, and we get a vacuum hopper and a small storage crate, which is really excellent. We're going to go ahead and set that up right now. Right here. Let's get rid of that torch. We're going to set the vacuum hopper up right there, put the crate on top of it. And if we go into item outputs, this is kind of one of those things where you have to, you right click and you drag it, and then I don't know which one is which. I think the blue, let's just see. Did we connect to the top yet? No, this is not as user friendly as like Ender.io, but I think it's this side here. That side right there. So you right click and you drag to move the side, and then you click it to move it. And there we go. So now let's say we throw the torch out. It went into the vacuum hopper, and now it's into this. So all we have to do is stand here and sieve stuff, and then it'll get everything that we get from the sieving will just go right up into this small storage crate, which is nice. These are really nice. The small storage crates from Actually Editions. So next up on the docket is the other one that we have here. This is for automating, I believe, the strainers. So it's a hopper placed beneath the strainer will automatically deposit all items into a crate or other inventory. Another hopper can be used to refill the strainer base with fresh mesh when it wears out. Even with automation, I should probably look into making multiple strainers for more resources. We are not going to set that up right now simply because we can't mine out this diorite. And I don't want to have to move these things again. So what I did do was I made a bucket out of, we got some iron, and I made a bucket so we could move this water anywhere we wanted to. And I'm going to wait until we can get the diorite all moved out before I set up the automation for that. I'm not that worried about coming over here, clicking and just doing that stuff. So that's not that important. Let's go ahead and set this torch back up right there. And I love the glowstone here. The glowstone is really nice to have. So back to the quest book. The goal is to mine out the diorite. And to mine out the diorite, the tool that we're going to need is not diamonds. It's going to be an obsidian pickaxe. If you look down here, at the very bottom there, it says mining level industrial. And then if you look at the diorite, I don't think it'll tell you right here, but it might tell you in JEI here. There it is. Polished diorite. At the very bottom, mining level is industrial. So you have to have an industrial level pickaxe. And so the next step for that is an obsidian pickaxe. So what do we need to make an obsidian pickaxe? Holy moly. We need 2 big metal bars and then 3 reinforced obsidian ingots. Okay, so the iron bars, those are easy enough. The obsidian, how do we gain obsidian? Is this just from the barrels? It is just from the barrels. Okay, so we have to go a different way here. And what we end up needing is a crucible to get the lava, so we have to make this crucible here. And I did set up everything here so we could do that. We could set up the crucibles and stuff like that. So let's get going with that. So we're going to need the oak crucible first. And this oak crucible here is, I believe, what we use for making more water. You can throw stuff into it and make more water out of it, I believe. Yeah, so you can use apples, saplings, leaves, cactus, and stuff like that. And you can basically make a bucket of water that way. And so then that should have been a quest, and that was. And we get 3 tin ingots, right? So it's, while finding a single source of water certainly saved my life, I'd like to get more. If I distill leaves down by placing them in a wood crucible, I should be able to recover some of the water. I'll make a cheap tin bucket to move it with. If I place 2 water buckets next to each other, well, then I have water on the floor. Nothing else useful happens. So that means that we don't have an infinite water source in this pack. And that's okay, right? So we ended up getting 3 tin ingots, but we don't really need it. We can show off that you can make a tin. Oh, it just makes a regular bucket. And you can use tin. I guess I shouldn't have used iron for it. I don't know. Iron's the most prevalent resource we have right now. So let's go back to the quest book. And we do have the crucible completed because I just made this. This was easy enough. I need a better source of heat for my wood crucible, as well as other future industrial applications. Perhaps I can cook up my own lava if I create a vessel durable enough. Perhaps by heat tempering it. Obviously, I need to provide a heat source and upgrade it as soon as possible. Alright, so let's take a look at that one. That was the unfired crucible, right? And that was just porcelain clay, which is clay and bone meal. We get plenty of that stuff from over there. So I do believe that we're going to have to cook that up to make a regular crucible, and that way we can start getting lava. And if we go back here, and lava is what we need to make obsidian. So this is also how to get a cobblestone generator, but we don't necessarily need that right off the bat here. What do we got here? Oh boy. Now that we have lava and water, it might be useful to be able to move it around. Something stronger than average is needed to handle high temperature fluids. Ducts, item ducts, or fluid ducts connect 2 inventories or machines, but don't necessarily do anything on their own. A servo is added to pull fluids or items out of the block and into the duct, where it can be deposited at the other end. So this is basically just teaching us how to use the fluid ducts and stuff like that. So what we have to do here is we have to have a heat source. And for temporarily right now, the very first heat source we're going to use is a torch. So we take that crucible. You can see it's got a 1x rate. The rate there is 1x. If we throw some cobblestone into it, we should be getting, and it's 4 cobblestone, we should be a bucket, and it's generating right now. So that's not that fast, but we'll get faster. You can take this bucket and or this crucible, and if you put like a lava block under it, it'll be much faster. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to grind out some lava. I'm going to grind out some water. I'm going to go ahead and set the oak crucible down right there, I guess. And I'll come back to you when I have something more interesting other than just... Okay, guys, just a quick little interlude here. Our lava's not quite ready yet, but what we're going to have to do here is we have to make water, we're going to need leaves. And so what we had to do is we had to sieve dirt through a string mesh, and that got us the oak seed, and that actually completed a quest here, right? So we needed 4 dirt and an oak seed, and we get 8 bone meal and flint shears. That's nice. So we can get ourselves some leaves. All right, and then that leads into the seeds one here, which is more bone mealing or sieving. A little diversity in my diet might make me feel better if I can find room to plant these. We're not that worried about it. So we should have enough space here. Does the shift work? The shift doesn't work. So let's see here. If we have enough bone meal, hopefully we can get this tree to grow. I know it's... Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I was a little worried, but we kind of got a small tree here. So let's go ahead and get some leaves. Here we go. This should be really... Oh, no. Okay, how many did we get here? We should have gotten a bunch here. 31. That should be plenty for what we're trying to do right now. We're just trying to get water. And it's just the same as the lava over there. 4 leaves will make 1 bucket of water. So that's really nice. And let's get... This also, you know, hey, this is the start of not a tree farm. There's better ways in the pack that we'll get to in the future of actually doing a farm. But, you know, we were kind of running a little low on wood there, so that kind of helps. All right, so these are just some things that I got from sieving that dirt, carrot seeds, stuff like that. All right, so I will, looks like we still got a little bit of time on this lava here, and the water is going to take some time here. I will come back to you when we are ready for hopefully making some obsidian. All right, guys, here we are back in the base. What we got going on here is I did a little bit of differentiation, I guess you could say. I upgraded a little bit, and here's our new look, right? So we ended up getting a bucket of lava, and we used that to heat the crucible. So now it's a 3x rate. And what I did was I went ahead and I claimed the quest right here, the automation kit number 2. So I could set up basic automation for this, so it doesn't just sit in here. And these buckets here these tanks here can hold 20,000 millibuckets, so they can hold 20 buckets, whereas these crucibles here can only hold, I believe, 4 buckets. So we just keep them stocked up here with cobblestone and leaves are easy enough to get. I went ahead and got the wooden barrel and the stone barrel from the other quest here. We just got 1 level of experience. It's really not that difficult. We need the stone barrel. The wooden barrel we can use to get more dirt if we need to, but we don't really need to do that right now because we have the strainer going. The stone barrel is what we need to make obsidian, right? Because obsidian, you take 1 bucket of lava, you throw it in here, you take a bucket of water, and you pour it over that, and then that stone barrel becomes obsidian, and then you can just pop it out. So that's really nice. But what I'm having here is these strainers is actually gone. Look at that. There we go. It went dead on us. But it's not producing enough cobblestone. So let's go ahead and go a little bit of a different route here. We're going to make a cobblestone generator. And this is actually really, really easy to make. It's a single block. They will do nothing but generate cobblestone. And so what we have to do here is we need a bucket of lava. We need a bucket of water. We need a piece of glass, any glass, which is from, you know, smelting piece of sand. Y'all know that. But then we need 4 regular cobblestone and 2 compressed cobblestone. Now the compressed cobblestone was just 9 in a crafting grid just like this to make it. And so I went ahead and did that already. And now what we need is our bucket of lava. Boom, right there. And we should be able to make this now. And there we go. And we got our buckets back, so that's really nice. Now, that should have been a quest. There it is. And we get a basic drawer for that, so that's really nice. The basic drawers... This is going to come in really handy because all we have to do is we can set this up, let's say, right here. Take the basic drawer, and then you just set the cobblestone generator right down on top of it, and it should output directly into the bottom of it. Unless it's not the bottom and it's the top. And it's probably the top because I don't see it working right now. Oy. I always get those backwards. I mean, who makes a bow the right way the first time, right? Oh, come on. We should have made another axe, but I don't really have that much of a use for it other than... There it is. It's the top. So the cobblestone generator outputs directly to the top. Now, I think we could have changed that if we make some item ducts, but we're not quite ready for that. So now we just have free cobblestone right here. We can, you know, let that run, and that'll actually build up really nicely over time. And we're out of water there. Let's just keep this stocked up here. You know, right now we have 4,100 millibuckets. That's 4 buckets of water. That's good. And then 2,500 of lava. So the way that we wanted to go was to get an obsidian pickaxe. Now to get the obsidian pickaxe, getting the actual obsidian for, you know, the refined obsidian is not that difficult, right? You get the diamonds. I'll show you in a minute how we're going to get the diamonds, but right now we're going to try and make these 2 big metal bars, and we have aluminum, but we don't have Invar. So the way we're going to get Invar is we're going to have to make the Invar blend. Now to make the Invar blend, we have to get 2 pulverized iron and 1 pulverized nickel. Well, we don't have any machines yet, so we have to go with the old-fashioned quartz grindstone. So into making the quartz grindstone, we need to get charged Certus quartz, or nether quartz. Well, the only thing we can really realistically get at this point is just regular Certus quartz crystals. If we sieve in, I believe it's only an iron stiffened mesh, the crushed diorite, which is a 20% chance. Now to get crushed diorite, we've been getting these pebbles, which is really nice. We've been getting these pebbles all from right here. You know, every now and again, you have a 15% chance to get either andesite, granite, or diorite. So what we end up having from the time that we've played so far is, I believe we're going to end up having somewhere in the neighborhood like 20 crushed diorite. Now we need to get 3. We need to get 3. Oh wait, did we need an iron stiffened mesh for that? I believe we needed an iron, because I have the stuff to make that. I just don't know if we need to make it just quite yet. No. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. That was terrible. So we need Certus quartz. There we go. Sieving. Not crushed skystone. We're not there yet. Crushed diorite. Iron stiffened mesh. Okay. All right. So iron stiffened mesh is easy enough. We have the stuff in our inventory to make it. I just hadn't made it yet. Iron stiffened mesh. Right there. Just some iron nugs. A couple irons. And then a flint stiffened mesh. Should be pretty easy. And oh, where did I put the things? Where did I put the things? That's a quest. That's a good. Oh, I put them in the red. There we go. We just need the one. That was a quest, wasn't it? That was a quest. What do we get for that? 2 levels of XP. That's nice. That comes in handy. Diamond mesh. We are not quite there yet. So we're gonna take our sieve, and for now, we're gonna put it right there. Iron stiffened mesh, and I will come back to you. Hopefully, I have enough Certus quartz to get this. So it's going to seem like I might be cheating here because I got exactly the amount that we need. I promise you I didn't cheat this, guys. If I was going to cheat, I would have gotten like 7 of them, you know. But that's fantastic. So we can make the quartz grindstone if we just make a wooden gear, which is 4 sticks. We have plenty of sticks. And there's the grindstone right there. To properly use the grindstone, though, we need the wooden crank. And let's throw this right there. You throw the crank on top. No, you shift click the crank on top. And then what we needed here was we needed 2 iron, 1 nickel for 3 Invar. And that's how many Invar we needed to make the handles. And I believe you get 2 handles, right? So let's just double check before we get too crazy here. No, you only get 1, so I need 6. Okay, that's okay. See, this is why we check, guys. This is why we check, and we have the aluminum right here. We needed 8. Yeah, we needed 8 aluminum there. Okay. Oh, look at that. We already got 1 pulverized iron, so this is nice. This is the Applied Energistics 2 quartz grindstone. This is really kind of early, super early game way to get pulverized metals and like Invar and stuff like that. So usually you use it for, it's mainly made for making Certus quartz dust for the Applied Energistics 2 mod. But the great thing is that you can use it for both of these things. There's the Invar blend, and then we'll just throw these in the smelter here. Let's go. We have multiple furnaces set up with the. Let's just help this get faster here. And look, guys, we already got almost 3 stacks of cobblestone, just like that. So quick. And that's the basic version of a cobblestone generator. So yeah. All right. I ended up. I realized that cooked salmon is a lot more nutritious, gives you a lot more saturation and hunger than just the raw fish. The raw salmon versus the raw fish. Salmon is a little bit better. So let's check on our Invar. It looks like it's done. Invar is done. Okay, so we got the handles. There's 2 handles. Perfect. Big metal bars, I guess you could say. Next, we're going to work on the reinforced obsidian ingots. So we know how to get obsidian. We know how to get iron bars. It's easy. It's 6 iron, just like that. You guys know that. Then we have the diamonds. The diamonds are a little more tricky. You need to get the nugs, but you also need to get ender dust. And to get ender dust, you have to sieve crushed end stone through a diamond stiffened mesh. Well, to get the diamond stiffened mesh, oh, we went too far. We went too far here. Diamond stiffened mesh, we need 6 diamond nuggets. So to get the diamond nuggets, oh, not those ones. There's different diamond nuggets here. We need the thermal ones. There we go. We have to sieve gravel through an iron stiffened mesh, and that's a 3% chance. So I will be back in probably 14 days when I get enough diamond nuggets to go ahead and get that going. Okay, guys, here we are back in the base. Man, it's probably been about an hour or 2 hours, probably 2 hours actually. And I did a little bit more stuff here. We had to make a ton of lava because we ended up making the diamond stiffened mesh, but I made it a heavy oak sieve so we could just do this faster. Because with the heavy oak sieve, you can sieve the compressed version of everything, right? Gravel, sand, dirt, stuff like that. You can sieve it that way, and you can do 9 at a time instead of just 1 this way. We ended up getting a whole bunch of stuff, and so I went ahead and I sieved some dust because what we needed was glowstone, and glowstone is the catalyst for making the end stone. And then we use the end stone and we hit it with a hammer, and that makes it crushed. And then we throw that through a sieve with a diamond stiffened mesh, and then we get the ender dust. So I ended up getting 4 ender dust. So what we can do with that is we throw that in the center, and then we throw our diamond nugs around. And now we have diamonds. We needed 3 diamonds to make our pickaxe. And then we needed the obsidian. So let's go ahead and we'll take a bucket of lava. We'll throw it in the barrel. We take a bucket of water. And I'm going to shift click it, and then we get rid of it really fast. And so the water doesn't just go spreading everywhere. And then we just right click the barrel, and then we have our obsidian. So it's very nice. Really, really nice. Let's just get that out really quick. And then we needed, I want to say we needed a few of these. How many do we need here? Obsidian. Pickaxe. We need 3 ingots, which means we need 12 obsidian. Okay. So do we have enough here? We have 7.5. We're not going to have enough to get it done right off the bat here, but hopefully when we go to craft some other things here, it shouldn't take too long with that 3x. I went ahead and just sieving that gravel. We just got a ton of extra resources as far as these pieces and stuff, so I'm making them chunks and then I'm smelting them down to kind of keep our chest space down. So let's go ahead and we'll just keep making our obsidian here. And there's 3. Give me the lava. Here we go. And there's 4. And so what we can do with that is we can make 1, and I'll make 1 for you guys, and then, oh, we're missing the iron bars. There we go. Iron bars. And we have a reinforced obsidian ingot. So now we just need to get 2 more of those, and that's really just waiting on the lava to produce. So I'll come back to you when I... Here we are, finally back. We have the 8 obsidian that we need. Man, that didn't take very long. It only took about 10 minutes, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and craft up these final 2 pieces, and we're going to be able to make our obsidian pickaxe. Very nice. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got all of this more polished obsidian. And now we can finally make our room a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and mine some more of this out. Let's go ahead here. This is going to be great, guys. Look at this. We're going to have so much more space. So much more space. Wait, what is that? Borosilicate glass? What? Wait, what? What's in there? Oh my goodness, that looked like a Britannia. Oh boy. Oh boy, I wonder, I wonder. And I mean, I don't really wonder, I know, but I'm just kind of playing it up for you. Oh, look at this. That one looks like Ender IO. Looks like a bunch of Ender IO stuff there. Is there going to be one in each of these corners? There is. What do we got here? That looks like thermal. That looks like a mod we know what to do with. If you guys have followed my channel at all, you understand that I know what I'm doing with thermal, or at least sort of. And then what's the last one? That's probably actually additions, and that's going to be a fun mod too. So, oh my goodness, look at this. We're going to expand our room. We're going to have more space, and then we get into the real fun parts of this mod pack. So, that's enough. That's pretty much it for today, guys. So I'm JohnBParker. Thank you so much for watching, and go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys, and have a great day. With